Miss Jerbrina Johnson. She is our January Alumni of the Month, and I'm Simone Olive, the Behavior Specialist and District School Counselor.
I'm Logan Cheek, the Junior High Principal.
And I'm Jerbrina Johnson.
We also have with us Miss Geraldine Jackson, our District Curriculum Coordinator. And she's going to start off with our interview.
Hi everyone, I'm sorry that I'm not on camera today, but I'm sure you can hear me. And it is always a pleasure to have one of our alumni come back. And we're so excited to have Miss Jerbrina Johnson. And my first question for Jerbrina is, who was the principal, assistant principal, and counselor at Kosciuszko High School when you were there in 1998?
Woo, you didn't have to tell them it was 1998, but okay. So the principal was Coach Carnes. The vice principal was you, who I refer to as Coach Jackson, and the counselor was Miss Sally Winters.
Yeah, we had a great time with that class of 98, Mr. Carnes and I, and Miss Winters. They were a tough bunch to deal with. So next, we'll turn it over for our next question.
Who was the superintendent when you were in high school?
It was Dr. Sistrunk.
Okay.
Ooh.
Dr. Sistrunk.
Did you ever hear any stories about Dr. Sistrunk?
Not many. No,
Okay.
He was pretty quiet as far as I know.
Okay, just wondering.
So, if you graduated in 98, let's see, did you ever have class on Tipton Street? I mean, not Tipton Street, but East Jefferson Street as your high school?
Absolutely. Our freshman year.
So your freshman year was there,
Yes.
and then y'all transitioned to what is now the current high school.
And we
the
called
new
it the new high school.
The new
there.
high school.
Yes.
That's right.
Correct. That's right.
Now you're really telling my age now.
I don't know, but I was just thinking, because I know whenever ever went to the new high school, I guess
Right.
you could say, Miss Trussell was in charge of the cheer
True.
at the time, and pep rallies got extremely big
Yes.
and extremely active. And I'm pretty sure that your class was the first one to bring the Louisville cow in after they stole it from Louisville. Am I correct?
I cannot admit nor deny that the
I don't
Louisville
think
cow
so.
was.
It came into the pep rally. See, you're trying to think you're going to get away from it.
The
There we
cow
go.
showed up.
As we shoot this out of it.
No comment. That's all I can
She
say.
didn't
No
want to incriminate
comment.
herself. on that
Exactly.
one.
What's the statute of limitations for that?
Oh, it's you're the lawyer.
Okay, I mean, I'll just plead the fifth.
I
That's
just know
right.
98 was a fun year.
It was definitely a fun year.
Started
for
the
sure.
tradition.
Absolutely.
Just held its own.
Very true.
I wasn't part of it.
Okay. I mean, I'm just gonna give
Y'all
you
did
the eye.
great.
I'm gonna give you the eye.
There
Thank
you go.
Tell us an outstanding moment in your extracurricular activities. I know you were a cheerleader, and I graduated in 97, and so I know that we all cheered together, but what's something that...
Well, I was definitely a cheerleader. I was a member of the Big Red Band, just didn't march my senior year. And after my first freshman year playing basketball with Coach Jackson, I realized that was not for me either.
Wonder why.
I'm just saying, just wasn't my thing.
Did
So-
she let you play?
Barely, because I really wasn't good. So it's okay though. I mean, it was what it was. But no, seriously, I would probably say my highlight for extracurricular was cheerleading. I mean, it was just an amazing time. It was somewhat historic, I would say, when I had been trying out for cheerleaders since 7th grade and never made it. And there was just a really big push. So my junior year, we had a phenomenal cheer squad. At that time, I don't think we had as many African American girls on the squad as had been that year. There were 7 of us, and so it was a big deal. And we also went to state that year, so it was a year to remember, to say the least. And I loved every moment of it. And you mentioned Miss Trussell, and she was amazing, and we just had so much fun. So yeah, cheerleading.
Well, I want to piggyback off of that. That was the class of 1997 that went to state her junior year cheering. So
But
That
we're
was
talk-
my senior year.
But we're talking about 98 right now.
Right,
so.
correct. So you told us about the activities that you were part of. Your fondest memory at KHS.
I would definitely say prom. I mean, prom was awesome. I think that's what everybody they look forward to. And so we started freshman year, fundraising, saving money for prom, and it turned out to be really beautiful. And interestingly, I got into town yesterday and went to my friend's house, who was our prom queen, Bridget. She was our homecoming queen, 98 too. And she had so many pictures from prom. So we had so much fun. I don't think I got home till like 2 a.m. laughing and just taking a look at all of our pictures from senior year. So definitely good times for sure.
Prom.
Who would you think would be your most influential school personnel?
I would probably say it was a tie between Mrs. Marie Walker and Mr. Borden, Benji Borden. He was over journalism. So I say Miss Walker because Miss Walker, I knew her in the community, but then even just in school, she was like a second mom to me. Like, she made sure I stayed on my P's and Q's. I mean, I wasn't a bad kid or anything, but she just really kind of took care of me, made sure I stayed on my P's and Q's. I loved her history class. And so she just is somebody I'll just always love for how she was with me. And Mr. Borden, he really helped me with my voice because when I was in high school, my junior year, or I guess going into the senior year, I was co-editor of the newspaper, and he was over the Kazi High Days at that time. And I was upset because we were still having segregated proms. I thought that was crazy, seeing where we were during those times. And so I had wrote an article in the paper. It was a whole big thing. And a lot of people didn't like it, I mean, without a doubt. But he encouraged me to speak my mind and use my voice for good. And I've never forgotten that. So I would definitely say those two.
That's a powerful story.
Thank you.
Have you been back to the high school since you graduated?
I think I've been back once. I believe I've been back one time.
You think if I gave you your class schedule, you could tell me where you were and where they go?
Absolutely not. I remember. I don't remember. It's so weird. I don't remember much. I remember Miss Laylock class. I remember
Where was it?
it was if you're coming through the front doors, the office to the right, this is the first hall to the left, and it's the first door. I think maybe the second door because she had 2 doors, I think, to her
Yes,
classroom.
Nailed it.
You
So,
remember?
and Miss Walker was the second hallway, and her door was the first door to the right.
Sure was.
So I remember those two,
See,
but that's about it. That's all
Well,
I
that's the
got.
powerful thing about college. You try to forget, but sometimes you just remember the name.
I would never forget.
It's awesome.
Right.
I would
It's
never
great.
forget. Never forget. So
I have one question, Jerbrina. You said you remember coming back. I remember you coming back, presenting something at an awards.
yeah,
Could you tell us about it?
I forgot about that. I told you I'm getting old. So yeah, in 2019, I established a scholarship in my mom's, I guess, honor. She's still living, she's fine. But I established a scholarship in her honor just because Kosciuszko was very influential in my education. Of course, I went on to Jackson State and then to Ole Miss, but I just felt, the story that surrounds the scholarship with my mom is my mom went to Tipton High. You mentioned Tipton High. So my mom went to Tipton High, and she had to transition to Kosciuszko once, the school closed. And so she transitioned to Kosciuszko, and my mom was really smart and wanted to go to college. And so she went down to Alcorn, which she loves. We fight in the house because Jackson State and Alcorn were big rivals. But my mom went down to Alcorn, and she couldn't stay because she didn't have any money. She went down, she got in, but didn't have the money to stay. And so she had to come back home and start working. And so that was her life. And so I just felt like, if I established a scholarship, that maybe somebody else could have just a little bit of money to keep them there until they figured it out, or a family member came through, or student loans, or whatever came through, financial aid came through. I wanted to help to be that bridge so that no one else would have to go home like my mom had to go home. So I established that in 2019, and you are absolutely right, Coach Jackson. I was able to come back and present in 2019. and I look forward to presenting this year as well.
Amazing.
I love that. I am all about scholarships, and I love when somebody gives back to our kids. There's so many people in our community, and I just hope other people will do that too.
I
Love
hope
it.
so too.
Because, like you said, that initial thing, just being able to pay for the books right then, that initial need. So I love it.
How do you think teachers would describe you?
Very outspoken. I was not a quiet child. I'd probably say a little sassy. I still got a little sass in me. Smart. I was a pretty smart kid, and yeah, I would say talkative, sassy, outspoken, and smart. But that's pretty much it.
You mentioned earlier that you were a cheerleader and you were in band.
Yes.
What other things were you a part of? Like any other clubs?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I did. I guess all the traditional stuff: Beta Club, FCA. I think senior year I was like most dependable or something. I ran track my freshman year. Played basketball my freshman year. Was in symphonic band, color guard, and cheerleading. I think that was it. Yeah.
Any band memories?
Oh goodness.
One big red band memory.
That you can tell us on?
that you
Jesus
can
Christ
tell.
Superstar.
Yes, absolutely the best. That is
I'll
the
never
best.
forget Jesus Christ Superstar.
That was the best show.
It
Best
was amazing. And then going to Gatlinburg, we went to what was the Dolly Parton?
Dixie Stampede.
Dixie Stampede. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. I missed it. But it was just junior year. Like at halftime, I would be in my cheerleading uniform and out there with the flag at the same time, and it just got to be a lot. So my senior year, I let it go. But Big Red Band was definitely influential. I started in 6th grade playing clarinet. So
And what about any awards that you got when you were in high school?
I don't remember that. Who knows? I mean, I don't remember. Like I said, I know in the yearbook, I went back and looked, I was like most dependable, and I know I got awards for my grades, like some principal,
Academic.
superintendent, academic awards, but I don't remember.
I think you were on the superintendent's list. You weren't on the principal's list.
Well, whatever it's called.
All A's.
Yeah, I tried.
So. And then this is the question we ask everybody. Do you remember the words to Kazi High?
Of course.
Okay, well let's hear it.
I can't sing.
You don't have to sing
Okay.
it. Let's just hear it.
Okay. Kazi High, here's a toast to you. Kazi High, loyal friends and true. Kazi High, we will see you through. For we are for you, we're behind you. Kazi High.
Yes! I love it.
I wonder why she remembered that. Is it because she was a cheerleader?
I don't know.
I
They
think
always
we
did it every
We
pepper.
sang
we
it all
did,
the
But
time.
we used to scream it. We didn't just sing it.
Yes,
It
we
was
did.
a screaming type thing. Well, we just want to tell you congratulations on being our Alumni of the Month. We're just excited to have you, super proud to have you as the alumni. And our favorite thing to say is, once a whippet, always a whippet.
I love it. Well, thank you guys so much for recognizing me. I'm extremely humbled by the recognition. It got me a little choked up, to be honest. It was such a long time ago. I was at Kosciuszko, but as I said before, it has always been near and dear to my heart. Definitely boosted me in my educational career. I'm very proud of Kosciuszko. I'm screaming from the rooftops. I tell everybody in Atlanta where I'm from and what we are about. And I definitely won't ever stop doing that. So I'm with you. Once a whippet, always a whippet. Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure.
Oh.
Just in case some of you are wondering what happened in 1998, the good annual staff gave us a year in review. So let me read some of these tidbits. First off, Titanic booms in the box office. Seinfeld goes off air. Mother Teresa and Princess Diana died. Let's see. Dolly the sheep was cloned. Mike Tyson bit off Evander Holyfield's ear. The Haley-Bott comet appeared 4,200 years after its first time. Let's see, what else? There was the Oklahoma City bombing. Coolio, that's all you gotta say, because everybody immediately thinks of the song in their head. And, which is huge, is Kosciuszko's Super Walmart opened. The Mall of Kosciuszko
It
came
is the mall, it is
in
the mall.
98.
That is the mall.
And finally, Mr. Hull left in October, and Mr. Carnes and Coach Jackson arrived.